Well, the season is finally here. It's summertime, 2013 Farmers Market. We have the Farmers Market schedule. Today we're over in Sutter Creek. The first week was over in Jackson last week, and we're here. I'm here with Butter and Zoe, and the whole gang, the whole community is here. We're here in Sutter Creek this weekend, but the first market started in Jackson last week, and then on Wednesday it'll be up in Pine Grove from 3 to 6. All the cities have a little different schedule in terms of time of the day. If you're working in the mornings and you want to hit a Wednesday, then Pine Grove is definitely the place to be, up there 3 to 6 in the afternoon. That's a great market up in Pine Grove. And on Saturday mornings here in Sutter Creek, and then over in Jackson on Sundays. And Plymouth starts up, I believe, in August, and that's an afternoon market as well. But the importance of the farmers market, can't be communicated enough. And Zoe and Butter, as you can see, are having a wonderful time this morning. But the whole idea is to reduce our carbon footprint on the planet. And as you can see right here, we're going directly from the farm to the table. We're picking out produce and fruits and vegetables that, just really come directly from the farmers here locally and end up on the table. They're not being shipped across the country with a bunch of diesel fuel and trucks, and, it's community, having fun, getting together, and seeing your neighbors. It's where we live, and the farmers market can't be a better place to spend time and just come out and get what you need. Get it quickly. Pop in, grab a few things, and straight from the farm to the table. It's that quick. You don't know where your food's coming from when you're out there at the market. Sometimes you see all these vegetables. They're picked too quickly. They end up in the stores before they're even ripe. And you get the produce here that's grown locally. It's picked at the right time, and we're going to walk around and just see some of the different offerings and savor the flavor here at the Farmers Market, Sutter Creek, today, 2013. And Zoe and Butter, we're going to go have some fun. We're going to talk to some people and see what they have to offer today, and see what's being picked at the early part of the season. So Zoe and Butter can just hang all day right here, but we're going to go around and talk to a few people, so please stay with us. Beets. Where are the beets? Greg, where are your beets? You growing any yet? Oh, right here. Yeah, look at these here.
Okay, at a buck.
Then where do you grow?
About a stone's throw to Main Street from here.
Oh, right over here.
And then throw another stone and you'll be where my garden is.
I'm with Greg right here in Sutter Creek. He didn't come from more than a block or two away. He talked about bringing it from the farm to the table. I don't even think he could have walked the produce over. And he has all different types of varieties of beets and onions and potatoes and lettuce already growing. He has tomatoes over here that are just starting up, and those are the ones that you want to get. It's already got a whole group of people that have come down and pick up some of their items, and again, you just have to come in, get what you need quick, and get out. You don't have to spend a lot of time, but you have to make it down and see what people have to offer. This is an amazing table. Is it Lee? I know Lee. How are you? Good. Very nice to meet you. Mike over at TSPN. Good to see you again. Boy, you have a wonderful variety. You grow a little closer to Sacramento. Where are you located now exactly?
At Fruit Reed and Hayes Avenue. It's very close to the town.
Yes, that's well. You get a little warmer weather earlier.
Yeah.
And look what you've been able to produce.
I have to get up really early to pick it.
Yeah.
That's why.
Well, you've been doing the harvesting. You're talking about, nurturing all of these different plants and harvesting them, and you can actually come and talk to Lee and talk to the growers and find out exactly, how they're doing what they're doing and what it is that they're growing. You're not going to see a number of these things in the store. Some of these vegetables are not exactly always available at the major markets. You grow a lot of different things, huh?
All right, yeah.
What's your favorite thing that's unusual? What's your most unusual thing that you grow?
Strawberry.
Strawberries. Yeah. Well, that's
blueberry.
Good strawberries are unusual. Yeah, the blueberries. We've already got a whole box of. Look at those beautiful blueberries. Sure, look at those already in the season, early in the season. Is that remarkable? My blueberries are so small still that you must be in a good spot for growing. You've got the right touch there, Lee.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. I'm sure everybody's very impressed with what you bring, especially early to the market. And glad to have you here. You're a great resource for the community. Zoe, what's your favorite fruit over here, honey? What do you like the best? Strawberries, blueberries, what?
Maybe those.
Maybe the raspberries, huh? Those
No,
are great.
those not raspberries.
They're not raspberries? What are they?
Blackberries.
Blackberries. Very good. You've been to the market here before, huh? How many times have you been to the farmer's market? You come with your mom?
I haven't been here.
Not to this particular market, but you've been to other farmer's markets, I bet.
Yeah, I have.
Which ones have you been to?
Jackson, Pine Grove. I can't remember.
Pine Grove's my favorite. I like the afternoons, huh? It's not so hot, huh?
Really?
Yeah. Do you like the mornings or the afternoons?
I don't know. The afternoon's kind of hot.
Yeah, it gets a little warmer. Well, I like the cherries on your hat. That's a cute hat. Let's go over and see what we have over here. Good morning. How are you? What was your name?
Tom Gilson.
Tom Gilson, Mike Spence. How are you? Nice to meet you. We're with TSPN, just locally, community access, and we're just covering some of the community. It's where we live here.
Yeah.
And where do you live, Tom?
Harold.
Harold. So you come all the way from Harold?
Well, it's not bad.
Yeah, you have a little warmer weather there.
Yeah, at times, and then just about the same, really.
Well, it's good to have a nice early growing season. I mean, look how well your cucumbers and zucchini and everything looks great.
They're looking pretty good, but this was kind of a different year. We got
Yeah.
it started earlier.
It did start early. We didn't have the late frost, and we, all the blossoms. My fruit on the trees is just coming along.
Right.
That's probably the best year ever that I've seen.
Yeah.
So we got off to an early start.
Pretty
and-
early.
Yeah. Well, good luck with this season here. We're
The stuff we want, everybody wants, sweet corn and tomatoes, they're slow.
yeah. Well, they'll be here soon.
Yeah.
You're going to do all the different locations,
Yeah.
Pine Grove.
Well, we can handle about 3, so we don't do the Plymouth one.
Okay.
So
That one
we
starts
do
up later in August too.
Right.
So it's Jackson, Sutter Creek, Pine Grove in the afternoons. We'll see you up there in Pine Grove. That's the one I hit on the way home from work.
Right. No, yeah, we'll do Pine Grove, and that's the first one this Wednesday. Yeah.
What's the most unusual thing that you grow? What do you like that's unique that you bring to the market that you don't normally see in stores?
Well, like these striped Armenian cucumbers. These, right?
Oh, the striped ones.
Right.
Look at that. Striped Armenian cucumber. Looks like a big fishing hook to me, eh?
Well, that one does, but the first time I grew them and I didn't tell her about them, she walked out and got scared, thought it was a snake. So.
It does look a little snaky there. Yeah, it's an unusual one.
You don't see a lot of elephant garlic in a grocery
No, you
store.
sure don't.
And that's good
Look at
baking.
that, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
One of those will last you quite a while too.
Well,
Those are
no, a lot of people bake them
Oh.
and then
Husk
squeeze
them out?
No, squeeze them on bread.
Oh,
Bake
okay.
'em.
We
They're
used to
pretty
do
good.
that on our pizza there, in the old days, the
Right.
Italians, we used to squeeze the garlic we had a garlic press, and
No, they're real good, but it's a mild.
you could squeeze
It's
right
mild
through.
garlic.
Yeah, so it looks like a nice one. And then these purple ones are a little different.
Right, that's Spanish Rojo garlic.
Spanish Rojo. I don't think I've seen that one.
It's pretty stout. It's strong.
Yeah.
We've got early pink, but it's still, we just dug it and it's still drying out.
Look at these onions. God, these are beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. Those are red burger onions, and we kind of replaced the Stockton Reds with those because it's hard to get Stockton Reds anymore. They've almost kind of canceled them.
Yeah, I wonder, and people can come and talk to you about what you're growing, the stock you're using, how you're doing it, and it's kind of like the wine region out here. I always love to go talk to the winemakers, and you meet the owner, and the farmers market's an opportunity to really come and talk with the people who are putting the seeds in the ground, making it happen, and then bringing it out to the community. I mean, it's just an amazing opportunity for them to come and meet who actually grows the food.
Right.
Not only do you know where your food's coming from, but you know exactly who grew it.
Right.
And it just makes all the difference.
No, I've made a lot of friends here over the years. This is about, I think, the 6th year I've done it, and I've made a lot of friends around here.
It's all community and the connectivity, and it's all a great thing to do.
Right. Well, it was weird how I started it. There used to be one in Ione, and I had a broken wrist, so I was laid up, and I had a bunch of extra stuff, and I called the market manager at the time, and I said, hey, I got a little bit of stuff.
So come on down.
Yeah, and I was walking around with a wrist cast on my wrist, and I just did Ione. I said, well, maybe I'll do some more next year.
Yeah, well, that's where it starts. And having an open door, you know, for local growers, they can contact the management of the farmers market. They're such nice people. I know there's Joyce and Carrie Williams, and I mean, you just talk to these people and they say, come on down, bring your things, let's see what you have. If it's local, you know, it's for us. And they have an open door, and the more we have here, the better, and everybody just seems to be enjoying it. So I wish you really a lot of luck, and we'll see you up there in Pine Grove.
Yes, sir. We'll be there.
I'll be there. And I'm going to look for those the striped Armenian cucumbers.
Right.
Yeah, I get that. I won't forget those.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
See you guys soon. Look at the clothing, because I know this clothing is made by hand. I'm sure it's your wife, I believe, who makes it. Is this your wife?
Yeah.
Oh, what was your name?
Kathy Sarante.
Kathy, I might have seen you, or did I see you at the Plymouth flea market? You look awfully familiar. You have that face, that friendly face. I think that, Kathy, you make all this stuff by hand?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Oh, how wonderful. Has it been a passion for a long time?
I've been doing it for a while, yeah. For about probably 20 years. Yeah.
20 years, that's a long time.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like very long, though.
Well, you're getting better at it, I can tell.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
These are beautiful hats. Was Zoe wearing one of the cherry hats?
Yeah, she got it last week, yeah.
Well, she was promoting one of your hats. Earlier on the show there.
Oh, she's a doll.
She is. Butter, I think, is taking her home with her. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You have a number of different items. Why don't you tell me about a couple of these little sundresses?
Yeah, they're well, for the summer I just make sleeveless sundresses. In the winter or the cool weather, you could put a little t-shirt underneath them and still wear them. And I use only 100% cotton fabrics.
What about the dyes and the colors that you use in the products? How do you do that?
Oh, well, I just buy the fabric already made.
Oh, the fabrics are already done.
Yeah,
oh,
it's
they're
already
beautiful.
printed. Yeah, so I don't have to worry about that. And the same for the little overalls and the shirts. Some of the fabrics come from Hawaii.
Well, they do. They have a nice local, like a tropical little theme. You have this in my size. That'd be a great fishing hat there, huh?
There you go.
I wouldn't want to embarrass myself too much, but that's a cute little hat. Yeah, that's. I like the little flaps in the back there.
Yeah, it keeps your neck from getting sunburned.
Yeah, well, it does, and your designs are just wonderful. They come in a number of different colors and sizes. Do you do all the different fairs, the farmers market areas?
I do this one in Sutter Creek and the Jackson.
I call them fairs, but they're locations. And the one up in Pine Grove, do you do that one in the afternoons? No, just Jackson and Sutter Creek. You stay low in the lowlands. We're not that far up country. You can come up and see us.
Oh, well, maybe.
It's cooler in the afternoons. People think it's a little warm, but from 3 to 6, it's a nice afternoon venue, and people come back from work and they go up country, and we're a lot of friendly folk up there, and they get a lot of activity. It's a fun market.
Neat.
Yeah, we'll definitely see you at the next one, and keep up the good work.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, great to meet you.
Thanks.
It's Lee from McWellamy Hill, right? Yeah. How are you, Lee?
Hey, fine, thank you.
Good. Well, it's good to see you here. You got a special product I think people should hear about. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're doing? These are like spicy jellies and jams?
Yes, these are habaneros, jalapenos, and chili peppers in a tray here for sampling. And we also do a habanero jalapeno, and then do mixes with apricots and peaches, and I call that a peach with a hint of habanero.
Well, I'll tell you, the spicy peaches, that's unusual.
And it really is very popular, and the apricot is very popular with, and I call it a hint of habanero. And you'll be surprised, they'll come back and ask for it. For that particular,
it's got that certain spice. It looks like you put a little spice in everything there, Lee.
Well, I do. You can take that habanero, and I do it. And I tell everybody, you can put it on everything. You can put it on a pork chop, a hamburger. I put a glob of it in ketchup and dip my French fries in it, and
a little bit.
And I just keep it right next to the stove so that. Don't put it in a refrigerator because you'll lose sight of it. But if you put it on a stove, you use it on your scrambled eggs and omelets, and you just get addicted to it.
Well, it's like honey, putting honey in your coffee, putting honey on your tea, a little bit of everything.
That's right.
Yeah. You can use it all sorts of things.
One thing that we do a lot of other jams.
Jams look beautiful there.
Blueberry, blackberry, the blueberry, blackberry, strawberry, cherry, raspberry with cherry, raspberry, grape, Concord, Cabernet Sauvignon. And the Cabernet Sauvignon is an interesting story with that because the grapes came from the Rancheria. They were putting a parking lot in on a vineyard, and so they started to adopt a grape program. And this is years ago, and so I went and adopted 100 of them, and so yeah. So now we've got a Cabernet Sauvignon, and I do wine with it one year, and jelly the next.
Oh, what a local source! The Rancheria. Who would have known that grapes would be coming from the Rancheria there?
Yeah, but we do all kinds of berry mixes. Like I say, in this jar here, we've got blueberry, blackberry, strawberry, cherry. This one here. And
when he says we do, that means we, right? What was your name?
Yeah, my name is Kathleen Purse.
Hi, Kathleen. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
You're doing a wonderful job here. Lee, it makes him sound like, I'm glad he said we, because you do all the work here?
He makes all the jams and the jellies, and I make lemon curd and lime curd.
Oh, wonderful.
Mine is a different...
you jar up all this yourself?
Yes, he does that all himself.
all myself.
And when did you start doing this?
About 4 years ago.
Just recent.
Yeah, we started with 15 years ago. I started with about a pound of earthworms, believe it or not, and then that grew into more earthworms, and then that grew into a greenhouse of earthworms, and then we grew things on top of the earthworms, and then the yield was fabulous and the taste was excellent. So then we said, well, we'll start a commercial kitchen. So we built a commercial kitchen to handle all of the fruits and vegetables coming out of the garden that was started by earthworms.
And where do you actually do the growing? Where did you start that?
It's in McCallamy Hill.
McCallamy Hill.
Yeah, right.
McCallamy Hill, not McCallamy.
Yeah,
I'm a local guy. I have no idea what I'm talking about half the time. Lee, you're doing an incredible job. You got to the point of retirement, I guess, and then you decided to really go to work, huh?
Yeah, that's it. That's basically it. I'm working harder now than I ever worked before.
Yeah, it looks like it. Well, very best of luck. We'll see you at a few of the other farmers markets locally.
You'll have to come to McCallamy Hill and look at our operation. I think you'd be very impressed with how to grow fabulous vegetables in a very small area.
Well, that's where, knowing where the things have been grown and meeting you and people actually hearing your story, that's the key to taking this right from the market to the table.
That's it.
Right from McCallamy Hill right to your homes. That's where we live.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Tell me a little bit more about your lemon curd over here.
Well, I've been doing this since I was a wee girl.
I forgot your name already because I was looking the other way, Kathleen. I'm sorry.
My name is like KTP. I go under KDP.
That's easy to remember.
The lemon curd was my specialty, and then I started doing the lemon curd, and then the lime curd. And it's great in tarts. I do little tarts.
Now you can also put this and make it cool, like in the kind of when
you can freeze it if you want to. Yes,
like freeze
I have
it
somebody who makes margaritas out of the
like a little
lime.
sorbet there.
Yeah, a sorbet. Yeah, exactly. And I sell an awful lot of it. There's all kinds of things you can do with it. This is a brioche that you can make, bake, and then spread it with the lemon curd, and then put raspberries on it, and
does that sound good?
powdered sugar.
A number of cooking applications, and you don't use a lot of it. It's something you just use sparingly.
English muffins, bagels. I do the little tarts and use this as a sample. Little tarts. Fill those for samples for people. Yes.
And now, where do you make this?
I make this in Moke Hill.
In Moke Hill as well. Good.
The commercial kitchen. Yes.
Well, the commercial kitchen now is...
Because I was born up with it, because I'm from the old country.
Is it something that was a traditional family recipe?
Mother's recipe.
How long ago was that? When she started it.
A lot of years. Well, she was 92 when she passed away, and she made it all her life. And I've been making it since I was a girl. So, yeah.
A local traditional recipe that just went through the generations from England, and it went all the way from England over 100 years ago. And where did it end up? in Sutter Creek.
And Jackson and Pine Grove.
And it's going to be right on your table.
Exactly.
After all those years and all those miles, huh? That you brought it all the way to us. What a great special
And I have a
gift.
business. At Christmas time, we do Christmas fairs, and we sell a lot of the jams and jellies, especially the habanero jellies and the lemon curd. Hi there, Carol.
Well, that jalapeno one, it's already sold out. I can't imagine.
You can't believe it. It's always goes flying off the table. Yeah.
People have to get here early and get what they need and make sure that there's a little bit of it, because it's not a large quantity. It's not like the market where there's always going to be a shelf of it. You have to find that special item. You have to get down here, pick it up, and get what you need and get out. It takes 5 minutes to come down and pick up what you need and hit all these different farmers market locations and do it quickly.
Well, traditionally, the lemon curd came from Scotland. There was how it landed in this country. This is our little blurb that we have about it. That's an old card, but yeah.
Yeah, you know, the foods and the items all have a special history, and being able to come down and meet with the person who, you know, his mom had the recipe, and, you know, the country in which it came, and how it was brought here, and the history of it, and the person that has been putting all that loving care into producing it. You can actually come down and talk to Kathleen, and we call her KDP for Katie Peas. And thanks so much for sharing that with us. Yes, I'm going to take the little history and a card with me, and I'll make sure I see you at the next farmers market.
Yes, we will be there. We're very rarely that we miss a market.
We'll come by and check with you again.
We are doing Art in the Garden too, which is another.
I've heard
you
about
can take this one if you like. I got another one. This is a West Point. Art in the Garden. That day, of course, we won't be here, but
so many places where people can come. It's where we live.
And craft
where we live. And the craft fairs. I'm going to take all this with me.
Thank you very much. It was very nice talking to you.
Pleasure meeting you.
Picture there.
Oh, you're the Mr.
I am Mr.
I'm with Carrie Williams with the Farmers Market. Everybody knows Carrie. I think everybody who should know anybody.
Yeah, they will by the end of the year.
Oh, that's right. Carrie's been doing a little extra effort to promote the farmers market and make sure all the locations are being, you know, talked about, and people are getting the information in terms of where to go. And it's where we live, and we need to know about it. And all these different folks, we've been able to talk to a few and see their products, and, you know, talk to them about how they're growing their products, where they're growing them, and, you know, bringing those products from the, you know, their market or their area where they grow them in their yards or on their farms, and bringing them out here to the market. It's amazing.
I appreciate this, to take the time to come out here and introduce to our local farmers to Amador County. I imagine most people already know who they are, because the market's been here. This is its 20th season. So for 20 years, people ought to know who their local farmers are.
Well, more and more people are making the effort to come out, because it doesn't take much time. They can just pop in, grab what they need, and you know, get back home or wherever they need to be. It's just something that they need to put on their schedule and know that, you know, all the markets are at different times of the day on different dates. There's one on Saturday, there's one on Sunday, there's one on Wednesday, and, you know, make that a part of different times of the day on different dates. There's one on Saturday, there's one on Sunday, there's one on Wednesday, and, you know, make that a part of your routine.
Part of a lifestyle.
It is.
Yeah, supporting local agriculture and eating healthy, local fresh food, that's a lifestyle.
Knowing where your food's coming from,
right?
And it starts with food. I mean, food is the basic thing, but, you know, the connectivity, the cooperation. You know, when you say cooperatively, that's a term that's been around for a long time, but that really means something special.
It means more than just shopping at a local market. It means supporting your friends and neighbors,
right?
And it is local business. So.
That money stays in the economy.
Yeah,
when you spend money with a local grower here or a local business, you know, you're giving your money to someone locally who's been producing something, a product that they're proud of, and you're able to meet them, know where that product's coming from, find out where your food is coming from, or whatever the product. You're giving your money in currency to them.
Yeah,
they're spending it. They're spending it in our economy here in the county, and, you know, it's just all part of what we need to have happen.
I think so. It circulates all those. It's kind of like a trickle-down economy.
It is.
It just kind of circulates through the rest of the economy. And supporting the family farms, keeps our families on the land, keeps them here in Amador County, and they can shop in the other local businesses.
It's a perfect model, and as we go forward with this world we're living in, we're going to look back at the farmers market as a model for other things, whether it be energy or water or resources of anything, any type. That's right, and conservation of resources and sustainability, right. and this will be the model for other items to come, I'm sure, in the future for our planet.
I think so too. I think that's overlooked often, is just how the important link that local farming has to do with the conservation and preservation of land, and making sure, and the good farming practices that are consistent with protecting our environment.
Well, I was talking earlier about the carbon footprint, but if you can see Carrie's feet, my feet, this is the footprint we're talking about right here. We're not talking about diesel fuel. We're not talking about big trucks on the highway. We're talking about, our local people, local folks doing what they do best, and bringing that product and that love and care and nurturing to these farmers market locations. We're going to look forward to seeing you throughout the season, and I'm glad it's all kicked off, and we have a wonderful representation of vendors, and I'm looking forward to seeing them up in Pine Grove in the afternoons, and on the weekends out in Sutter Creek and Jackson, and in August out there in Plymouth. We're going to have a great season, and the growers are all excited about having no late frost. Everything started off early, so they have just about everything already available.
Yeah, just a little too much heat for the day, but I think this has been a perfect growing. People seem to be happy about the growing season right now.
It's a nice hot day, but that's all part of it. Come out for a few minutes, do what you need. It's a little warm. Wear a hat, wear your sandals, and enjoy the summertime.
And have some nice
cool water. That's right. We'll take care of you. Carrie, I wish you luck all throughout the season. We're going to be here and be here with you all along the way.
Pleasure.
Great. Good speaking. The thing about the farmers market is a feeling of growing something. Some great looking shirts and hats, and Amador Farmers Market. How cool is that? That's so cool. Don't let me interrupt you. I just wanted to come over and say hello to Susan.
Hello.
It's Susan Bragstead, I believe.
Yeah.
And you are the local Amador olive oil person. And this product is so amazing. You did start it all. Hello, Susan.
Howdy. How are you?
I'm doing just fine, thanks. And you've been able to bring your product not only to the farmers market, but out into stores locally as well. How long have you been doing this?
I started in '95, so it's almost been 20 years.
You really have it rolling. This is an amazing product that you've been able to establish, and you see it, the presence of it in the different stores. There's a specialty Olive Heaven on Main Street in Jackson that carries this product. And to see it on the shelves and to see it at the farmers market, it's great to have such a local product.
Yes, I agree. I thought somebody should do it. I thought I'd talk a farmer into it, and I thought, oh heck, I'll just do it myself.
Yeah, but you're not doing it in the kitchen. You've got this big barn, and you've got the olive orchards. How do you manage?
I'm not sure.
You're doing it. This is a lot of work. People don't realize what it takes to put a consumer product together, and the distribution, and not only the production, but really bringing it out there.
It is a lot of work. I do get help, especially at harvest time. I use a contractor from Shenandoah Valley for harvest. And but growing olive trees is like growing oak trees. They love the heat. They need some water, but not that much, and they just tolerate all sorts of stuff.
But I see you driving through the community in the county. I see you driving like a truck, a pickup truck full of olives in the back.
Oh yeah, a ton at a time.
A ton at a time. You're delivering them around, bringing them to different places?
No, I take a ton each time down to Stockton to be pressed, and they charge by the ton, so you don't want to take less. So I get a bin in my truck, a bin in the trailer, and I head down to Stockton.
Good for you. That is just an amazing process. We did a commercial for Olive Heaven over on Main Street in Jackson, and I showed the bottle of local olive oil. And in the back of my mind, I was thinking, wow, that is just a beautiful product locally. But I had no idea how popular it would be. And people saw that commercial on a Friday, and they went into Olive Heaven, and they bought the entire shelf full of product.
I thank you very much.
It was amazing to, you know, when people realized that there was such a local product and they wanted to give them as gifts. It's a great gift item.
The label was fun. I say I finally used my art degree.
Yeah, you did. Well, I'm going to have to just come out with butter and sit in front of your barn someday in the shade and chat with you.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Susan, it's very nice to be able to show what you have here. You're doing, are these soaps? What are these?
I'm making soap with my oil. I usually use the dregs of my olive oil and make soap with it.
Oh, what a creative
yeah.
thing to do with that.
Yeah, and I have about 6 or 7 flavors, essential oils, fragrance oils, and then I have natural with no scent, scent-free natural. So it's been popular.
Well, it's not only popular, but it's healthy for a, you know, they're obviously, I'm a Mediterranean Italian type of person, but, you know, they're finding that olive oil and longevity of life and everything, olive oil is the key.
Yeah, it's very good for
Fish
you.
oil and olive oil, that's supposed to be in your diet weekly every week.
That's right. Tell everybody.
Yeah, well, you must be a perfect example of that.
I don't know about that.
Your vibrancy.
I'm working on it, yeah.
I won't get into the longevity of age, but I will tell you, Susan has been bottling this product, and look at the size of that bottle that comes in. That's just a perfect size to have next to your stove.
That's right.
You know,
everybody should use a lot of olive oil.
That's right. It's the best thing for you. Oh, there's a picture of the barn. I want to make sure that is a classic, iconic barn out there. Where is that located exactly?
On Climax Road.
Out on Climax Road. I know, I've seen that.
Yeah, at the bottom of the hill. I bought an old Italian, old Cuneo farm with 100-year-old trees, and then I planted my new trees around my new barn.
Oh, the old Cuneo properties. That's amazing. You know, when the Italians came here at the tail end of the gold mining, we're doing a lot of gold mining history. And, you know, when the Italians came, most of the mining had already been done, and they were getting the claims.
I have a theory. The smart ones bought land and farmed.
Right. Because the gold was already pulled out of the river by the time we got here. So the smart ones turned to land, and they started buying farms, and that's really where it turned.
Yeah. Of course, the really smart ones were the natives, but that's an old story.
Yeah, that's right. We'll go there. Well, we just had the Italian picnic, which was amazing, and the history of Amador County and all of that land has eventually turned turned into Susan's endeavor with growing olive trees and bringing this wonderful product here to Amador County. What a resource. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the nice interview.
Oh, thank you so much for having us and doing your product. This is Wild Geese Garden Herbs is the name of this particular vendor. And they brought their tomatoes and plants and all sorts of different items, some succulents, there a little bit of everything. People are able to talk to the growers, and I don't know your name from Wild Geese Gardeners, not to interrupt you.
Hi.
Hi, what was your name?
My name's Jane Henning Childress.
Hi, Jane. Very nice to meet you. Is this the name of your business?
Yes.
Where do you come from?
I live in McCullamy Hill, and my business is at my home.
Oh, right there in McWellamy Hill, Moke Hill. We're the local. Comes right here for us. And I saw you hugging everybody here, and part of, you know, there wasn't anybody here in the market that you haven't hugged this morning, and I just want to know that your energy is just keeping everybody going, Jane.
It's just the plants. They give it out.
It's all the oxidation, everything from the plants that you're absorbing through your skin and breathing it in, and that's what people need to do. They need to come down here to the market and breathe all this in, because you're really doing an incredible job with some of these herbs.
It's my horticultural therapy, yeah.
Yeah. Well, how long have you been doing it?
For about 30 years. Yeah.
It sounds more like a passion than a therapy.
Yeah, it's definitely both.
It's amazing what you've been able to do so early in the season. You know, these are black-eyed Susans, is that what these are? Mm-hmm. Those are already sprouting way up there. Those are ready to pop the minute you get them home.
That's right. They'll be blooming a beautiful golden yellow.
Yeah, I see so many of these up in Tahoe, and you just, you know, it's hard to get them, you know, from seeds, and where we are here, it's hard to get a lot of these things growing, but we know for somebody like Jane, it puts all their energy into it and then brings them to the market. You can pick it up, put it in the ground, and immediately have an established plant.
That's right.
You're doing all the nurturing and all the work.
From seed and from cuttings and from root divisions, you get plants started. So.
Well, the product really shows when you look at it, and being able to have it available for people down here, it's really great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jane. Keep up that good energy there. I want a hug next time I see you at the market up in Pine Grove. Back up. Let me chat a little bit with you. Hi, sweetie. How are you? Your name's Herb?
I'm Herb.
Herb, very nice to meet you.
Yeah, Mike, good to know you.
You're setting up a nice theme for everybody, and the warmth and feeling that you're putting out here is great.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Now, you don't even have a name for your band. We're talking local.
Yeah, just, well, I get ensembles together. Just a bunch of people get together and we play different occasions. And
music's coming right. You don't even have a name. Because music's just coming right out of our community where we live, and it's just beautiful.
Who needs a name?
Who needs a name or anything like that? Your music's beautiful, by the way. Very talented.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. What was your name? What was your name, sweet?
Makana.
Makana? That's beautiful. Makana? That's a beautiful name. That sounds Hawaiian. That's a beautiful hat you have, Makana, too. Shy? Oh, hi, Lizzie. How are you? Good. You come to many of these markets?
First one.
Oh, no, great. It's a good place to enjoy it right here with the band. Exactly. You related to the band?
Yes, kind of, somewhat, in a roundabout way.
You'll have to give them a name other than Herb, so people want to, know who's playing.
Lizzie there.
Ah.
Music.
Oh, okay. Now we can do it here. We got a little bit. Why don't you play a little something for us, Herb?
All right.
Okay. Be great. Well, if that doesn't set the tone to come down and do a little shopping here at the farmer's market, nothing does.
Summertime, ever living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton's so high. Your daddy's rich, and your mama's so good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. You're gonna spread your wings and take to the sky. But until that morning.
You guys are all wrapped up. You were able to make it down here to Sutter Creek first thing this morning. What did you find?
We found everything. Peaches, blackberries.
A little bit of everything. Some blackberries and peaches. What do you have in the bag? Both peaches too?
Nectarines and a couple of apricots.
So you guys are fruit lovers. You came down to maybe make some smoothies, or what's the deal?
Cobblers.
I'm so happy.
Some cobbler.
See my favorite vendors.
I know. It's great to have them back here. This is the second week of the season. And do you normally come? They started last week in Jackson.
Oh, okay.
And then on Wednesday they'll be up in Pine Grove. Do you do the other markets?
I always do Pine Grove. I live up there.
I like the Pine Grove. The afternoon 3 to 6 is really a great time to go. Where do you guys live?
Pioneer.
Pioneer?
Yep, Pine Grove.
Pine Grove. I'm up country in Pioneer too. My son always lists his hometown. He's a big skier, and he lists his hometown. He's actually going to Italy in the international ski championship in a few months, and he lists his hometown as Buckhorn. So I don't know if people can find that.
Yeah, they go, where is that?
We're Buckhorn, California.
Involved with it.
Buckhorn's where the IGA is still there.
Still there, that's right. Well, we've been able to save the market.
Where in the heck is Buckhorn?
Yeah, we're way at the end of Sugar Pine Drive, but it was a wonderful community effort to be able to save that IGA market, Young's Payless Market.
Yeah, you bet. It's been saved.
You didn't bother to sign that petition.
Yes, we did. We protested.
Well, it wasn't a protest so much as it was just making a corporate entity aware of the fact that a local business is different than a corporate business. And maybe, that the area needs that local produce and fresh meats and some of the things we find at the farmer's market. We find it at the market up there, and people can't always get all the way down country during the winter season. And, there's just a difference between a corporate business and a family business and a local business. And it wasn't so much of a protest as it was just making people aware.
We were protesting.
We were not
it
was, that's right,
we were protesting.
But, we didn't want to protest for the owner of the business trying to do what they want to do with the business, but they needed to all understand that our community comes first, and what our community needs are very important, and we have the right to do that. and everybody's rights were respected. And it was just a great effort to see that market to be able to stay there. I'm glad we'll see you at the market and the farmers market.
Thank you, baby. Have fun.
Yeah, you guys enjoy your day. Good luck with that cobbler. I'm sorry I can't join you for that later. Wow, you're pretty good with your letters too, huh? How old are you?
I'm 5.
5? And Makana, how old are you?
4.
4 and 5. Wow, you got a nice shady spot to do some drawing and do some art. What are you drawing, Makana?
I never know what to draw, really. I don't know how to, like, name them or anything.
You just let it come to you, and whatever you can think of kind of comes to you? Yeah, I like to wait for it to come to me, too. I just get a little start going, and wherever it goes, it goes. Well, we're going to go over and see some more of the produce. You want to wave to the camera?
Hi.
Hi for you. Hi back at you. Certified California grown. Hamlo Ranches. That's a pretty good name. Please. Look at those yellow nectarines over there. Wow. Those are beauties. Wow, look at those. You can savor the flavor right here and just eat them right here at the market. You don't have to wait till you get home. You can come down and get what you need, and actually nobody will stop you. You just pay for the pits, right? Just, wow, this is a popular booth. We have some apricots. Look at the size of those already. Those look great for this time of the year. And peaches, nectarines. That's a smoothie waiting to happen. Apricots are my favorite. I just love, you can throw the whole thing in your mouth at once and just spit the seed out without taking even a bite of it. And cherries and all sorts of different fruits. It's easy to get attached to your fruit and produce down here at the farmers market. It's a little warm today, but if you pop in quickly and get what you need and get on home. Oh, I was going to wrap it up, but I see there's somebody I know here at the market, and I've got to go say hello to Wayne over at First National Bank. He's one of our best friends here. Oh, look at this. I got a sweaty guy I know actually here at the farmers market.
This is what I always wanted to do, is be on television right after my jazzercise
That's
class.
right. Do you come down to Sutter Creek to work out?
I do. I come over to Diana's jazzercise class on Saturday mornings, and it's a great workout. And then I come over here to the farmers market, and I love it.
What a routine. And with Wayne Garibaldi, is that the
that's correct.
Last name correct? First National American
River Bank.
And
the City of Jackson are my two hats on.
Brand new name there, and I want to make sure American River Bank is the one that comes to mind.
There you go.
That's right. And a local person.
Out promoting this. They're great events. We have this one here, and then there's one over in Jackson on Sunday. Got to make sure I promote Jackson on Sundays.
Absolutely. And Pine Grove up on Wednesdays. It's where we live.
Yeah,
it's right
there
here.
You go. And it's wonderful to see the people coming out, and the food is wonderful. I love this time of the year. I love it.
Just pop it in after he exercises, grabs what he needs, and he's back on the run, never even breaks a sweat.
There you go. Well, no, I broke a sweat earlier today, so I'm good for the rest of the day. Although, what it's going to be 104, 105 today, so...
It's a warm day, but
it's good to get it out of the way in the morning.
It's easy. We want to thank everybody for watching today, and Wayne and I are going to wrap it up. We've got some exercising to do with the peaches and nectarines.
Come on to the farmers market.
That's right. Make it happen. Get on down to the farmers market, all the locations throughout the summer season. And thanks for viewing, and stay tuned for more TSPN-TV programming.
70 years, what can you afford?